So Bitcoin is showing a small upside reaction today, and this is exactly what we wanted to see. This is exactly what we wanted to see in this C wave to the upside. We talked about this every single day over the last few weeks, that Bitcoin can attempt to rally in this move up, in this corrective bounce that started in July. However, of course, we're not out of the woods yet. It is just simply a green bullish engulfing candle. And as I explained to you during the weekend updates, really it's important for Bitcoin to defend the August low, because the August low is the key anchor level, you could say, the key level, the nearest level that the bulls need to defend to keep this wave count to the upside alive. Even if we're just dealing with a corrective bounce in an ABC structure, as shown here in white, even here, the market can still move higher, even though it's a corrective bounce, even though it's part of a bear market, a small relief rally basically, yeah. But even in this bearish scenario, the market can test the resistance area once more. And this resistance area was communicated already, I think, 2 months ago, or at least 1.5 months ago. It's between 66,233 and 76,638. And it remains the key reference resistance area. But in this resistance area, we managed to narrow down the ideal targets, right? And they basically are located pretty much here in the middle, 69,117 to 72,126. That would be an ideal target zone, because this is where we have here the 100% extension. That's a normal target for a C wave. We have this yellow trend line. The 200-day moving average I'm not showing. The 21-week EMA is here. So there are plenty of levels up there. The main focus now has to be on the last swing low. We're going to take a look at that on the smaller time frame. It is important for Bitcoin to not only hold the August low, but ideally now basically the intraday low. So we're going to take a look at that on the smaller time frame. The next larger resistance is obviously the swing high here that formed on the 9th of August, around $65,420, and then 66,200 to 66,300. Very important, and we can continue to view this move up as a possible ABC structure in which the C wave could be unfolding right now. Yeah, and so I think the main support zone here that we're tracking is between 59,310 and 62,415. And should the price not be able to defend the August low, then we could possibly get simply a reset of that B wave pullback, which in the white count already bottomed here. Actually, I should, here on the daily chart, this is the white count. On the smaller time frame, it's the orange count. So hopefully you don't get confused. Just realize that. But yeah, this B wave could basically still extend, move a little bit lower. But for now, I think let us zoom in. Let's zoom in specifically to this particular area here and take a look at what this green candle actually does. Do we see 5 waves up already? Do we see 3 waves? And as a reminder, if this move up is really a C wave, the entire C wave should be 5 waves. And waves 1, waves 3, and 5, they should all be 5 waves as well. Which is why it's so important to see also on the internal structure a small 5-wave move up as a confirmation that this 3rd wave has started. That's basically our evidence. Yeah, that's what we're using. And again, to make it very clear, my main thesis, before we go to the smaller time frame, main thesis, market is still in a bear market. Yeah, Bitcoin is still a bear market. And in this bear market, Bitcoin is currently working on a wave 2 bounce. Look, I'm not married to that scenario. I'd much rather prefer the direct pathway lower, but I think the bulls are at least trying here. And, I've been saying this now for a while, and so far, there is simply no evidence that the next leg down has started. So I think we should keep the door open for another bounce into resistance. This is where a real decision will likely be made. And a quick reminder, guys, that you can also follow us on X for additional updates, all sorts of updates. I covered Bitcoin here earlier today as well. It's the More Crypto Online channel on X. I put the link for you guys into the comment section. You got plenty of additional updates here also in between videos. Also exclusive videos and much more. So let's take a look at the shorter time frame for Bitcoin. And I mean, again, you see that it's only a 3-wave move up. I labeled that earlier today. It's a 3-wave move up. It has not yet turned into 5. But this is basically what I showed you on the larger time frame. From that August low, we already have 5 waves up. And I consider this a 3-wave move down into the lows, into the August lows. I mean, not the August lows, the 14th of August low. And then, yeah, I mean, it was not invalidated. The setup, the so-called 1-2 setup, which requires wave 2 to end above the wave 1 low, or above the beginning of the wave 1, let's say it like that. The wave 2 formed a higher low, and price is trying. It's trying. So it's not invalidated. Price actually found support at the upper boundary line here of this corrective price channel. And while you watch the video, we can see 3 waves up. And if Bitcoin forms a higher low and a higher high, maybe over the next 24 hours or so, 24, 48 hours, then this is further evidence that a meaningful low is in. I am not convinced it is. I mean, it's only 3 waves up. I'd be a bit more confident if we get 5 waves up. But overall, yeah, it's a good start. It's a good start. What you need to know, I think, is it's not invalidated. This 1-2 setup, it remains alive. I'd very much prefer to see 5 waves up for better confirmation that a meaningful low has actually formed. And now we've also seen the price now break above the first micro resistance line here at 63,960. More relevant would be a break, in my opinion, above 64,470. What I mentioned on the larger time frame, when we looked at the larger time frame, what ideally shouldn't happen right now to keep this upside momentum intact is ideally not a break below 63,245 micro support. Okay, this is our nearest micro support. But below that level, the next key level is the 62,665 level. That's the last swing low. So basically, we're working here with various support levels. The most important one, of course, the invalidation point. But there are few more warning levels before we even get there. And the next resistance, yeah, is 64,470. I'll, of course, keep you updated. I don't think there is much more to say. You guys know the overall context. You know my viewpoint. You know that the price can start another larger C wave up towards 69 to 72K. But it will depend on Bitcoin's ability to form that 5-wave move up. That's the update on Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, I recommend that you check out our X channel and membership. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.